The council chamber on Earth was tense. Leaders from every nation sat silently around a circular table, staring at the glowing hologram that floated in the center. The Galactic Empire's fleet had been spotted on the edge of the solar system, and the message they had sent just hours ago was clear: surrender or face annihilation. "This is not a bluff," said General Rena, her voice tight but steady. "Their ships outnumber us 100 to 1, and their weapons are centuries ahead of ours." One of the younger scientists leaned forward, his hands trembling. "But we have the new defense prototypes ready, sir. If we deploy them smartly, we might buy some time." The council's leader, a man with silver hair and sharp eyes, shook his head. "Time is what we don't have. If they reach Earth in 3 days, everything ends. We need a plan that will make them think twice." A soft hum filled the chamber as the hologram shifted, revealing the Empire's fleet. Immense ships glimmered in the darkness of space, moving in formation, as if the stars themselves bowed to them. The council gasped. A voice broke the silence. "Sir," said Lieutenant Caro, pointing at a blinking light on the map, "our long range scouts report that one of their ships is already leaving hyperspace near Mars. They are closer than expected." The leader's jaw tightened. "We cannot show fear. If they sense weakness, it will be over before it begins. Initiate the warning protocol." In the communications room, a young operator bit her lip. She had never sent a message to the Galactic Empire before. "Are we really going to do this?" she whispered. The general turned to her. "Yes, humanity is small compared to them, but we do not beg. We do not surrender. We send this message as a warning. Fight us, and there will be consequences they have never imagined." Her fingers hovered over the controls. Finally, she pressed the button. A sharp tone echoed through the room, and then silence. "Transmission sent," she said quietly. Miles away, in the Empire's flagship, a dark chamber shimmered with alien light. The Empire's commanders leaned over a large map, their strange, elongated fingers tracing lines across the stars. "Earth," one of them hissed. "A primitive planet. Why do they dare to communicate?" "They are weak," another said, his voice a harsh whisper, "but interesting. Let us observe. Perhaps they have tricks, but they cannot stand before us." Back on Earth, the council watched screens showing the fleet moving closer. Every minute seemed like an hour. Rena clenched her fists. "We have one advantage," she said softly. "They underestimate us." "They always do," the scientist nodded. "Yes, sir. And that is when we strike. The prototypes are ready. Cloaked drones, EMP pulse generators, even decoy ships. None of it will match them in open battle, but it can surprise them." A young girl peeked into the council room, carrying a small device. "General Rena, the new satellite array is online. We can monitor their every move." Rena smiled faintly. "Good. Knowledge is power, even against a fleet this massive." Suddenly, an alarm blared. The hologram flickered, and a new signal appeared, a direct message from the Empire. Its words burned across the screen: "Surrender. Resistance is meaningless." The room went silent. The council members looked at one another, fear and determination in their eyes. The general took a deep breath. "Then we do not surrender. We send another message. But this one is different. This one is not just words, it is a warning. Humanity will fight, and we will not stop until we are gone or they are gone." The operator's fingers trembled again as she prepared the second transmission. This time, it was not just a message. It was a display of Earth's hidden power. Satellite arrays blinked. Holographic projections showed experimental weapons in orbit, and the system was ready to respond instantly. "We are not begging," Rena said. "We are proving we exist. We are proving we are relentless." Across the council room, a young diplomat whispered to his colleague, "Do you think they will understand?" The older man shook his head. They will understand one thing soon enough: never underestimate humanity. In space, the Empire's commanders observed the new transmission. Their eyes widened if aliens had eyes like humans. A low, rumbling sound escaped one of them, a mixture of amusement and caution. Primitive, one said. Perhaps, but clever. Back on Earth, the Council watched as the first signals from their defense systems quietly hummed to life. Cloaked drones moved into position, satellites realigned, and the hidden weapons arrays silently awaited the command to strike. Rena's hand hovered over the main console. "We have only one chance," she said. "If they see fear, it is over. If they see weakness, it is over. But if they see determination," her eyes sparkled with quiet fire, "they may think twice before attacking." The council room was quiet again, except for the soft hum of the satellites and the faint beeping of distant monitors. Everyone knew the Empire's fleet would arrive soon. Every decision, every move, every heartbeat mattered. Suddenly, the youngest scientist gasped, "General, something's coming from the outer belt. Unknown ship, not ours." Rena's eyes narrowed. "Prepare for anything. Humanity has been underestimated before. But this time, we are ready." The camera would have lingered on the glowing Earth below, the silent cities unaware of the danger above. Yet somewhere in that darkness, a promise was made, a warning to an empire that thought itself unstoppable. Humanity would not bow. Humanity would fight. And no one would forget it. The room fell silent once more. Outside, the stars stretched endlessly. Somewhere in the cold void, the Empire's fleet moved closer. And somewhere, hidden and unseen, humanity prepared its first move. The first signs came as tiny flashes in the night sky. Citizens across Earth noticed strange streaks of light, moving faster than any spacecraft known to humanity. In the command center, General Rena stood over the display, eyes narrowing. "They're here," she said, voice steady but low. "All units, prepare for immediate engagement." Lieutenant Caro's fingers flew across the console. "General, they're entering the solar system in full formation. Mars, Jupiter, they're moving. Faster than we predicted. Our scouts barely have time to report." The scientist, still nervous from before, spoke up. "We knew they'd be fast, but not this fast. Their fleet could be above Earth in hours." Do we evacuate the cities?" Rena shook her head. "Evacuation takes time we don't have. We can't abandon people yet. Defense first. Protect what we can." She turned sharply to the operator. "Initiate cloaked drone deployment. Activate decoy satellites. Make them think Earth is unprepared." A young soldier, his uniform slightly too large, hesitated. "Sir, won't that make them attack faster?" "Exactly," Rena said, a small smile touching her lips. "We need them confident, then we hit them where it hurts." Across the globe, millions watched the skies. Strange lights appeared, like stars moving against the natural flow. Families stared in wonder and fear, children holding hands tightly. "Mom, what are those?" a small voice asked. "They're just satellites," the mother replied, though her voice trembled. She didn't know the truth. No one outside the council knew what was coming. On the bridge of one of the Empire's massive ships, commanders observed Earth's defenses. The alien light in the room flickered over their elongated forms. "They are clever," one said, pointing to moving signals on the display. "They hide, but we can see the pattern." Another hissed, "Primitive, yet organized. Let us see if they can survive a strike from a single destroyer." Back on Earth, the first human attack began. Small, cloaked drones slipped past the Empires, sensors circling larger ships like shadows. A single drone fired a pulse, invisible to human eyes, and one alien ship faltered, its systems glitching briefly. "Did you see that?" The young soldier whispered, awe in his voice. Rena nodded, calm as ever. "They underestimate us. That is our advantage. Suddenly, alarms blared from the northern defense hub. Incoming! Multiple unidentified objects. Lieutenant Caro shouted. The general's eyes narrowed. Enemy fighters. Brace for contact. Outside the atmosphere, sleek alien fighters dove toward Earth's defense satellites. Humans fired, lasers streaking across space. Explosions blossomed, light reflected. Off-cloaked drones, revealing just enough to confuse the attackers. In the command center, the scientist watched, tense. We're holding them off, barely, if they push harder. Then we push harder, Rena interrupted. Activate the orbital array. All units respond in sequence. Precision matters. As the satellites powered up, strange energy arcs danced across space. Alien ships faltered, their attacks misfiring. Yet more vessels entered, faster and more aggressive. They keep coming, Caro shouted. It's endless. Rena clenched her fists. They believe we are weak. That is their mistake. She tapped the console. Send the decoy fleet to their right. Draw them in. Miles away, the Empire's commanders noticed the change. Unexpected. They move like a single mind, one said, voice rising. It cannot be coordination this precise from a primitive species. Observe, not attack, another hissed. We must understand before committing the main fleet. Meanwhile, on Earth, a small human fleet appeared from the shadows. Cloaked and silent, these ships struck the Empire's smaller fighters, exploding them one by one. A young pilot yelled into the comms. We've got their attention. They're focusing on us. Good, Rena said calmly. Keep moving. Stay. Information. Make them believe they are winning, then. We show them reality. Suddenly, a new signal appeared on the console. It was coming from the asteroid belt, a massive object moving toward the Empire's central ship. What is that? Caro asked, alarmed. Rena's eyes widened slightly. That is our weapon. The one they will never see coming until it's too late. The alien commanders observed the object, confused. It moves too fast, too precise. What trick is this? Back on Earth, the Council held their breath. They knew the Empire had not yet realized the full extent of humanity's secret capabilities. Once it hits, they will understand, Rena said quietly. Once it hits, they will know not to underestimate us again. As the first alien ship trembled under the unseen assault, humans cheered quietly. Not loudly, silence was there alive, but inside the command center, hearts raced with triumph. Sir, the young soldier whispered, eyes wide. We might actually do this. We might actually survive. Rena's face remained calm, but her eyes burned with determination. This is only the beginning. They came to destroy us, but we are not weak. We are not afraid. Humanity is relentless. Outside the atmosphere, explosions rocked the Empire's fleet. Smaller ships fell, larger ones staggered, and confusion spread like wildfire among their ranks. Humans had shown a glimpse of strength, enough to shake confidence. The alien commanders hissed in frustration. Primitive yet dangerous. They are nothing like we imagined. Inside the command center, the young scientist finally allowed a small smile. They think they control the battle, but they don't, not yet. We have surprises left. Rena turned up toward the large display showing the Earth below, silent cities unaware of the war above. We fight not just for survival, she said softly, but to prove that humanity cannot be crushed. They will learn the hard way. The first night of the battle ended with both sides holding their positions. Humans had not yet defeated the Empire, but they had survived the first strike, sending a clear message. Earth would not surrender, and the Empire would never underestimate humanity again. As the stars shone silently over the planet, the Council and military leaders prepared for the next wave. Every heartbeat was heavy with tension, every decision critical. Yet inside the command center, one thing was certain: humanity had arrived in this galactic war, and the fight had only just begun. The command center was quiet, except for the soft hum of machinery and distant alerts from orbiting satellites. After surviving the first strike, humans had a moment to breathe, but General Rena knew the Empire would not wait. They will strike. Again, she said, leaning over the holographic display. And next time they won't hold back. Lieutenant Caro tapped the console nervously. Sir, our cloaked drones performed well, but they also learned from us. Sensors indicate that. Their fleet is adjusting tactics. They're analyzing our moves. Rena's eyes narrowed. Then we need more than tricks. We need power they cannot anticipate. The young scientist swallowed hard. Sir, the new prototypes, the weapons we've kept secret, are ready for deployment. But if we reveal them now, the Empire will know exactly what we're capable of. Exactly, Rena said calmly. They must see only what we want them to see. And then, when the time comes, we strike. With everything we have. A technician whispered. They won't believe what we have. Rena gave a small smile. That is the point. They must never underestimate humanity again. Meanwhile, in the underground labs, massive human-made machines hummed and glowed. Cloaked drones scuttled across their charging stations. Satellites adjusted their positions automatically. And in the center, a weapon larger than any human ship waited, hidden from alien sensors. A young engineer turned to his colleague. Do you think they will survive when it activates? His friend laughed softly. They might survive, but they won't forget. Humanity doesn't just fight. We adapt, we learn, we endure. Above Earth, the Empire's fleet moved cautiously. Their ships no longer attacked blindly. They scanned every signal, monitored every movement. Yet still, humans remained invisible in the shadows, their true power unknown. On the command bridge of the Empire's flagship, elongated fingers hovered over controls. They hide too well, one commander hissed. Primitive species, yet they evade every attack. It is unsettling. Another replied, observation continues. We must understand before full-scale assault. They may have tricks, but how advanced can they be? Back on Earth, the Council watched the alien fleet, tension heavy in the room. Rena stood quietly, eyes sharp. We will reveal just enough. Let them think they have advantage then. We show them the truth. Suddenly, the young scientist gasped. General! Sensors detect a cloaked ship approaching the outer atmosphere. Unknown signature. Rena's brow furrowed. Prepare a tactical intercept. If it's an enemy scout, we cannot allow them to gather data. The cloaked human interceptor shot into space, nearly invisible, darting like a shadow. Minutes later, a massive explosion rocked the distant horizon. The alien scout was destroyed before it could transmit any information. Good, Rena said softly. They must see nothing, yet feel the consequences. A comms officer added, Sir, we've also detected movement in the asteroid belt. Could it be? Rena's eyes lit with determination. Yes, our secret weapon. Prepare to engage when the Empire least expects it. Meanwhile, in the Empire fleet, confusion spread. Their ships. They appear and disappear. One moment. Here, next there. Sensors fail to track them. Primitive but clever, hissed another. They are more dangerous than any species we have faced. We must proceed with caution. Back on Earth, Rena watched the planet below, silent cities unaware of the looming war. She turned to the young pilot who had destroyed enemy fighters. In the first strike, you've done well, she said. But the real test begins now. They will come for us with everything they have. Are you ready? The pilot's jaw tightened. I was born ready, sir. Humanity never backs down. The Council's scientist stepped forward. General, if we deploy the new weapon too early, it will be destroyed. Too late, and Earth is at risk. Timing is everything. Rena nodded. Then we wait and observe. Let them make the first move. Let them think they control the battle. Young diplomat whispered. They are arrogant. They truly believe we are weak. How can we show them power without revealing everything? Rena turned, her gaze intense. By letting them see what we want. By hiding our full strength. By making them fear what they cannot understand. In orbit, humans began subtle strikes against the alien fleet. Cloaked drones fired impulses at isolated ships, causing brief system failures. Smaller human fighters dodged lasers with impossible speed. Every move was calculated to confuse and intimidate. In the Empire fleet, alarms blared. They are too coordinated. How can they anticipate our every move? They are primitive, hissed one commander. But something in them is different. Dangerous. Back on Earth, the Council monitored the results. The Empire's fleet faltered slightly, their attacks uncoordinated. It's working, whispered the young engineer. They don't know what they're facing. Rena looked at the massive weapon in orbit. Soon they will realize the truth. Humanity has been underestimated for too long. They will see our secrets and regret ignoring the warning. A sudden alert flashed across the main screen. Sir, incoming strike from their main destroyer. It's targeting our cloaked drones. Then we let it, Rena said, voice calm but fierce. Let them strike. Let them waste their energy. And when they are vulnerable, a technician turned pale. The asteroid weapon. It's ready for launch. Should we? Rena interrupted. Not yet. Patience. Humanity's power is not just in weapons. It's in strategy, in timing, in resolve. Wait, and then we show them the truth. Outside, stars shone silently. The Empire's fleet moved forward, unaware that every step brought them closer to a force they had not imagined. Cloaked ships darted unseen, drones hummed in space, and the hidden weapon waited. Silent and deadly. In the command center, Rena addressed her team. This is our moment. We are small in their eyes, but clever, resilient, and united. They will learn that humanity is not to be underestimated. They will learn the price of arrogance. The young pilot clenched his fists. I've never been more ready. Good, Rena said softly, because soon the galaxy will see what humanity can do. And in the silent darkness above Earth, humans prepared to reveal the secrets that had been hidden for too long. The Empire would soon understand that power was not only in size or technology, it was in courage, in cunning, and in the unyielding spirit of humanity. The calm before the storm was broken by a sudden sharp alarm. Lights flickered across the command center, and monitors displayed the Empire's fleet advancing, larger and more aggressive than ever. General Rena, Lieutenant Caro shouted, they're moving in full formation. If they reach Earth's atmosphere, we'll be overwhelmed. Rena's jaw tightened. Then we strike first. Initiate Phase 1. She turned to the young scientist. Are the cloaked drones ready? They are, sir. All units are armed. And in position. The orbital weapons are primed. But if this fails? The scientist hesitated. Then we fail fighting. Rena finished for him, voice steady. We do not surrender. Humanity survives by acting, not waiting. The young pilot gripped the controls of his fighter. Sir, this is it. First strike, we go all in? Rena nodded. Yes, target their forward ships, disrupt formation. Make them think they have advantage. Then, she paused, letting the weight of her words sink in. We hit where it hurts. Across space, the Empire's commanders observed human activity. They are bold, hissed one. Primitive species, yet precise. Why do they strike first? Perhaps desperation, another replied. Or arrogance. Either way, it will end quickly. The human drones surged forward like shadows, invisible to most sensors. Small pulses of energy struck isolated enemy ships, causing minor system failures. The aliens recoiled, surprised by the unexpected attack. "Sir, they are hitting our smaller vessels," one commander exclaimed. "Deploy fighters. Destroy them." On Earth, the Council watched as the human strategy unfolded. Satellites flickered, decoy ships moved in patterns designed to confuse, and cloaked. Drones darted silently through the void. Each strike was precise, calculated to make the Empire overcommit. "Keep pressure on them," Rena commanded. "Do not reveal the real weapon yet. Let them think they control the battle." A young soldier leaned close to the console. "General, they're sending reinforcements. Their capital ships are preparing for counterattack." "Good," Rena said softly. "Let them come. They will expose their weaknesses." The Empire's fleet shifted, sending waves of fighters toward Earth's orbit. Lasers streaked across space, striking decoys and drones. Explosions illuminated the darkness, brief flashes that hinted at the real power hidden just out of view. "Maintain formation." Rena yelled into the comms. "Do not panic. Focus fire on their smaller ships. Draw them in." In the midst of the chaos, a young pilot spoke over the comms, voice shaking with excitement. "General, one of our cloaked drones made it inside their main formation. It's wreaking havoc." Rena's eyes gleamed. "Excellent. Keep it alive. Let them underestimate what it can do." Suddenly, the massive weapon hidden in the asteroid belt shifted, moving toward the Empire's central ship. No sensors had detected it, and no one in the enemy fleet suspected its approach. "Sir, that object!" Caro exclaimed. "It's moving fast." "It's targeting their flagship," Rena nodded calmly. "Let it. Timing is perfect. Once it hits, they will learn not to underestimate humanity." On the Empire flagship, alarms blared. "Unknown object approaching. Shields at maximum." "They cannot stop it," hissed one commander, fear creeping into his voice. "It is too fast, precise." The object struck, a blinding explosion tearing through the ship's defenses. Alien vessels trembled in shock, systems failing in a cascade of sparks and fire. For the first time, the Empire's commanders realized humans were not weak. They were dangerous. "Retreat! Retreat!" shouted one, though the command was barely coherent amidst chaos. Back on Earth, humans cheered quietly. Not loudly, celebration would betray strategy, but inside the command center, hearts raced with triumph. Rena addressed the Council. "Phase 1 complete. They now see our strength, but they still do not understand the full extent. Prepare." "Phase 2, a young engineer spoke hesitantly. "Sir, their fleet is still massive. If they regroup, they could overwhelm us." Rena's gaze hardened. "Then we make them regret regrouping. Humanity does not wait for the enemy to strike twice. We dictate the battle." The Empire scrambled to repair their damaged ships, sending out waves of fighters in desperation. But each attack met human cunning. Drones intercepted missiles, decoys lured ships into traps, and human pilots struck swiftly, vanishing before alien retaliation. "Why are they so fast? So coordinated?" one alien commander hissed. "Primitive. Species impossible." "They adapt," another admitted, voice low. "They learn. They survive. We cannot predict them." In orbit, Reno watched as the Empire fleet faltered. "This is only the beginning," she said quietly. "They believed humans would break under pressure. They are learning the hard way that we do not break. We fight, we endure, we survive." A pilot's voice came over the comms. "General, their main destroyer is retreating." "We've done it." "Not yet," Rena replied. "Hold formation. Watch for counterattacks. Victory is measured, not assumed." The Council observed the aftermath. Smoke and fire marked the remains of alien ships. Cloaked drones returned, battered but operational. Satellites blinked with quiet authority. The hidden asteroid weapon was ready, its power untouched for now. Lieutenant Caro whispered, awe in his voice. We've never done this before. How did we survive? Rena looked at him, calm and fierce. Not by chance. Humanity is not weak. We adapt, we learn, and we never give up. They will remember this strike. And they will fear what comes next. The young scientist added, Sir, they still don't know the full extent of our secrets. The main fleet, the hidden weapons. Rena nodded. Exactly. They see only what we allow. The rest is our advantage. Patience, timing, strategy. Humanity's power is in more than firepower. It is in our resolve. Outside, the stars stretched endlessly. The Empire's fleet regrouped, shaken and unsure. Humans had survived, struck first, and sent a clear message. Earth would not surrender, and the galaxy would never again underestimate the species it had once called primitive. The command center fell silent, except for the hum of machinery and the quiet conversation of those who had just survived an impossible battle. Rena spoke softly, almost to herself. We have shown them we are not weak, but the fight has only begun. They will return, stronger, faster, and more determined. And when they do, her eyes burned with unwavering fire. We will be ready. Humanity never gives up. Humanity never surrenders. Humanity survives. The camera would linger on the glowing planet below, silent cities unaware of the first true battle fought in orbit above. Humanity had struck first. Humanity had survived. And the Empire had learned the hard way. The species it underestimated was far from helpless. The silence after the first strike did not last long. The Empire's fleet, battered but far from defeated, regrouped in the shadows of the asteroid belt. Alien ships glimmered under distant starlight, engines humming with renewed purpose. They survived, hissed one commander, elongated fingers tracing the battle map. They strike with cunning, yet they live. This is unacceptable. Another hissed back, voice low and menacing. Prepare the counterattack, no mercy. Crush them before they learn more tricks. Back on Earth, General Rena studied the incoming data. They're not finished, she said quietly. They're planning a massive strike. Our shields won't hold if they concentrate their fire. Lieutenant Caro's hands flew over the console. They're targeting the Northern Orbital Array first, sir. If that goes down, Earth's defenses will be compromised. Rena's eyes narrowed. Then we make them pay for every step they take. Activate decoys. Let them focus on what seems important. The real defense must stay hidden. The young scientist shook his head. Sir, if their capital ships hit the array simultaneously, we could lose satellites, drones, even our hidden weapons positioning. Rena's jaw tightened. Then we fight smarter, not harder. Humanity survives because we are clever, not because we have numbers. The first wave of alien fighters appeared, streaking through the void toward Earth. Their weapons fired in synchronized bursts, lighting the darkness with deadly streaks of energy. Human-cloaked drones darted through the chaos, invisible shadows striking at isolated ships. Explosions flashed as minor hits disrupted enemy formations. General, our decoy satellites are drawing their fire. Lieutenant Caro shouted, a hint of relief in his voice. Good, Rena said calmly. Keep them guessing. Make them waste resources. Let them reveal their strategy. A young pilot, voice tense over the comms, yelled, Sir, they've locked onto the decoys. They're ignoring the drones. Exactly what we wanted, Rena replied. Do not engage yet. Let them overextend. On the Empire flagship, alien commanders hissed in frustration. They hide their strength. Every strike we predict, they manipulate. They are primitive, another hissed. And yet, dangerous. We must concentrate fire on the planet's defenses to weaken them before we lose more ships. Back on Earth, the hidden asteroid weapon waited silently. Cloaked drones positioned themselves near the Empire's main destroyers, while smaller human fighters performed daring maneuvers. Every human unit acted in perfect coordination, striking, retreating, and striking again. "Sir," the young scientist said, "our cloaked drones can disable their smaller ships, but their main fleet is advancing too fast. We can't reach them before they hit Earth's atmosphere." Rena's eyes hardened. "Then we make a sacrifice. One fleet must lure them further. We will strike their main ships when they are distracted." The young pilot's voice trembled. "A decoy fleet?" "Yes," Rena said softly. "They will think they have advantage, and when they do, we hit them where they least expect it." The Empire unleashed a concentrated strike on Earth's northern orbital array. Lasers tore through decoys and satellites, explosions erupting in silence. The Council held its breath, watching screens flicker with destruction. "General!" Caro shouted. "They've breached the array! Incoming fire at Earth's surface!" Rena's hand hovered over the console. "Activate orbital countermeasures. Deploy drones in pattern Sigma 7. Protect what truly matters." Small drones shot into space, intercepting beams of energy. EMP pulses disrupted alien targeting systems, causing shots to miss by mere kilometers. Each strike slowed the Empire's advance and preserved Earth's vital defenses. On the Empire flagship, panic spread. Their weapons, their tactics, unpredictable. "How can this be?" "They adapt," one commander admitted reluctantly. "Primitive species, yet superior in cunning." Earth's defenders worked frantically. Pilots executed near-impossible maneuvers. Engineers rerouted power to damaged satellites, restoring minimal shields. In the midst of chaos, the hidden asteroid weapon aligned itself for the next phase. "Sir," Caro whispered, voice tense, "their main destroyers approaching, shields full, weapons primed." Rena's face remained calm. "Let them believe they have the upper hand. Let them think victory is near. Humanity's true power is in timing." The decoy fleet, smaller human ships painted with false signatures, engaged the enemy destroyer. Explosions erupted, lighting the void as the destroyer fired wildly, chasing illusions. Human pilots ducked and weaved, leading the massive vessel closer to the waiting asteroid weapon. "General, it's in position!" The young scientist cried. "Then release it," Rena ordered. The asteroid weapon surged forward, invisible until the last second. It struck the destroyer with perfect precision, tearing through armor and shields. Alien ships nearby faltered, systems failing as the blast echoed silently in space. On the Empire flagship, elongated fingers pounded controls. "Impossible! They have destroyed our main destroyer." "How?" "They hide power," hissed another. "Primitive yet ruthless. We underestimated them. We cannot continue as we planned." Back on Earth, humans held formation. Satellites flickered, cloaked drones returned, and the asteroid weapon silently repositioned itself, ready for the next strike. Rena turned to her team. "We have shown them our strength, but not everything. They know humanity survives, but they do not know how far we can go." A young pilot spoke, voice trembling with relief and pride. "Sir, we did it. The fleet. They're falling back." Rena nodded, her eyes fierce. "For now, but they will strike again. And next time, they will be stronger, faster, more determined. We must be ready." Lieutenant Caro glanced at the council screens. "Sir, Earth has held. The orbital array is damaged but operational. Humanity survived their counterattack." Rena's hand rested on the console. "Survival is not enough. Humanity thrives because we fight smarter, not harder. We survive by strategy, cunning, and courage. Let them learn that. Let them never forget it." The young scientist whispered, awe in his voice. "They underestimated us, and paid the price." Rena turned to him, her expression calm but intense. "And they will continue to learn that lesson. Humanity is relentless. Humanity does not yield. Humanity survives, and when the time comes, we strike again." Outside, the stars glimmered over Earth, silent and beautiful. The Empire's fleet had been repelled, battered and confused. Humans had endured the counterattack, striking with precision and strategy. And though the war was far from over, one truth shone brighter than any star. Humanity had proven it would not be crushed, would not surrender, and would fight back stronger than anyone expected. The command center hummed with quiet tension. Earth's defenses had survived the Empire's counterattack, but the cost was clear. Satellites had been damaged, cloaked drones needed repairs, and the hidden asteroid weapon required careful realignment. General. Rena stood over the holographic display, scanning the movements of the alien fleet. "They are not gone," she said softly. "They are regrouping, planning their next strike. And this time, they will be more dangerous." Lieutenant Caro's hands moved rapidly across the console. "Sir, sensors indicate their reinforcements are larger than before. Hundreds of new ships, armed with advanced weapons. If they attack simultaneously, Earth will be at risk." Rena clenched her fists. "Then we must prepare. Not just to defend, but to survive and to show them that humanity does not break." A young scientist spoke, voice tense. "General, our cloaked drones are repaired, but we have limited energy. If we overuse them in a full assault, the Empire could detect our hidden weapon, and," his voice faltered, "we could lose the element of surprise." Rena nodded. "Then we act carefully. We reveal just enough to make them believe they have advantage. Patience is our ally. Humanity survives because we do not rush blindly." In orbit, human pilots prepared for sorties. Fighters lined up silently, invisible to alien sensors. The decoy fleet hovered at the edge of detection range, ready to lure the Empire closer to the hidden weapon. The young pilot who had distinguished himself in previous battle spoke over the comms, voice firm. "Sir, we're ready. Waiting for your order. Humanity has never fought like this before." "Good," Rena replied. "But remember strategy first, firepower second. We strike when timing favors us, not when the enemy expects it." Meanwhile, across the void, the Empire's fleet advanced slowly, cautious this time. Their commanders hissed in frustration. They survived the first strike, and their defenses are stronger than expected. How can this species, primitive and small, pose such a threat? "They adapt," another admitted reluctantly. "They are cunning, unpredictable. We must proceed with caution, or we risk losing more ships." Back on Earth, Rena addressed her team. "We have survived because we are clever, because we act as one. But survival is not victory. To protect Earth, we must show them that humanity is relentless. Let them fear our resolve." Lieutenant Caro glanced at her. "Sir, their main destroyers are moving toward the asteroid belt. They suspect something. Should we?" Rena's eyes sharpened. "Then we prepare a trap. Let them think they are discovering us. We will show them what happens when they underestimate humans." In the asteroid belt, the hidden weapon shifted subtly, cloaked and silent. Its presence was undetectable to the Empire, but humans watched carefully, monitoring every movement. Cloaked drones circled nearby, ready to intercept alien scouts. "Sir," the young scientist whispered, "if they scan the area, they might detect irregular energy patterns." "We cannot afford mistakes," Rena nodded. "Then we act with precision. Every move counts. Humanity survives because we plan, adapt, and execute flawlessly." Suddenly, alarms blared. Sensors detected a fleet of alien scouts moving toward the asteroid belt. "They've discovered something." Caro shouted. "Good," Rena said calmly. "Let them come closer. They will reveal their strategy, and when they do, we strike." The scouts advanced, unaware of the hidden human forces. Cloaked drones engaged, firing silent pulses that disabled their systems. Fighters darted between asteroids, striking and disappearing before retaliation. Explosions lit the darkness, but the Empire's commanders saw only fragments, not the full scope of humanity's power. They hide too well, hissed one alien commander. "Primitive species, but lethal. How is this possible?" "They are unpredictable," another admitted. "We cannot anticipate their moves. Focus fire on detected targets and proceed cautiously." On Earth, Rena observed, calm yet intense. "They believe they are gaining control, but every strike we allow, every step they take, leads them closer to our trap. Humanity survives not by strength alone, but by cunning." The young pilot spoke over the comms, excitement barely contained. "General, the scouts are all disabled. Their main fleet is approaching the asteroid belt now. They have no idea what's waiting." Rena's eyes glimmered. "Perfect. Prepare Phase 2. Let them see the cost of underestimating humans." The Empire's main fleet advanced, concentrating fire on the asteroid belt. Alien destroyers unleashed waves of energy, tearing through decoys and damaged satellites. The human decoy fleet lured them further into the trap, while cloaked drones intercepted attacks with precise timing. "Sir," the young scientist said, voice tense, "the hidden weapon is aligned and ready. The target is within range." Rena's face hardened with determination. "Then we strike." Humanity does not wait for victory to come. We create it. The asteroid weapon surged forward, invisible until the last moment. It struck the lead destroyer, tearing through shields and armor. In a single devastating blow, alien ships nearby faltered, systems failing as chaos spread through the fleet. On the Empire flagship, elongated fingers slammed controls. "Impossible. Their weapon. They strike with precision, primitive yet deadly." "They underestimate us," hissed another commander. "We cannot continue as planned. Retreat is necessary." Back on Earth, humans watched, silent but triumphant. The hidden weapon returned to position, ready for the next phase. Cloaked drones reported minimal damage. Satellites blinked steadily. And the decoy fleet remained intact. Rena turned to her team. "We have shown them our resolve, but not our full strength. They know humanity survives, but they do not know the lengths we will go to protect our planet. That knowledge will be our advantage." Lieutenant Caro spoke softly. "Sir, we've endured everything they could throw at us. And yet, we're still standing. Humanity is stronger than they imagined." Rena's eyes burned with quiet fire. "Yes, humanity survives because we fight with courage, strategy, and unity. We adapt, we endure. And when the time comes, we strike again with everything we have. Let them learn that lesson and never forget it." Outside, the stars stretched endlessly. The Empire's fleet had been repelled, battered and uncertain. Humans had survived the next wave, proving their resolve and cunning. And though the final battle was yet to come, one truth remained shining and clear. Humanity would not break, would not surrender, and would fight with unyielding strength and determination. The darkness of space stretched endlessly, a silent witness to the approaching storm. The Empire's fleet, battered but vengeful, had regrouped. Thousands of ships glimmered under starlight, their weapons primed, engines humming with lethal precision. General Rena stood in the command center, eyes fixed on the holographic display. "This is it," she said quietly. "The final battle. Every move counts. One mistake and Earth may fall." Lieutenant Caro swallowed hard. "Sir, their fleet is larger than anything we've faced. They've learned from previous strikes. If they attack together, we could be overwhelmed." Rena's jaw tightened. "Then we fight smarter. Humanity survives not by numbers, but by strategy, by courage, and by unity. Prepare Phase 3. Activate all cloaked drones. Align the asteroid weapon and ready the fighter squadrons." A young scientist hesitated. "Sir, if we deploy everything at once, we risk revealing our full power. If they see it, they may adjust their tactics." Rena's eyes burned with determination. "Then we give them what they expect. And then we strike beyond expectation. Humanity survives because we adapt." Across space, the Empire's commanders hissed over controls. The humans are cunning, one said. They survived previous strikes. They hide strength we cannot detect. We must eliminate them before they grow bolder. They are primitive, another hissed, voice tight with anger. Yet, dangerous. We will not make the same mistake twice. Back on Earth, the young pilot gripped controls, voice steady, but tense. Sir, fighters ready. Cloaked drones in position. Decoy fleet aligned. All systems optimal. Good, Rena said calmly. Remember, the Empire believes they control this battle. They think they have advantage. Let them feel it. And when they are vulnerable, we strike with everything we have. Suddenly, alerts flashed across the command center. Sir, multiple enemy destroyers approaching the asteroid belt. Let them come, Rena replied, voice calm but sharp. This is exactly what we planned. Prepare to lure them into the trap. The decoy fleet moved forward, baiting the Empire's forces. Lasers streaked through space, destroying decoys and drawing alien attention. Cloaked drones darted silently among asteroids, striking isolated ships with precise pulses. Sir, they're focusing on decoys. Lieutenant Caro shouted, relief in his voice. Perfect, Rena said. Keep them distracted. We strike when timing favors us, not when they expect it. The Empire fleet fired relentlessly, their capital ships tearing through decoys. They are clever. But this is only a primitive species, hissed a commander. How can they survive such attacks? They hide their true strength, another admitted reluctantly. We cannot predict them. Rena watched as the Empire advanced deeper into the asteroid belt, unaware of the hidden weapon poised to strike. Hold positions, she ordered. Patience. Humanity survives because we strike at the perfect moment. The young pilot's voice came over the comms, tense with anticipation. Sir, the destroyers are in range of the asteroid weapon. All systems aligned. Release it, Rena commanded. The hidden weapon surged forward, invisible until the final second. It struck the lead destroyer with devastating force, tearing through shields and armor. Explosions spread to nearby vessels, sending chaos to the Empire fleet. On the Empire flagship, elongated fingers pounded controls. Impossible. Their weapon, precise, lethal. Primitive yet unstoppable. They underestimate us, hissed another commander. We cannot continue. Retreat is necessary. Back on Earth, humans held formation. Cloaked drones returned, battered but intact. Fighters regrouped, satellites blinked steadily, and the hidden weapon repositioned silently. Rena turned to her team. They now understand that humanity survives. But they still do not know the full extent of our power. That knowledge is our greatest weapon. Lieutenant Caro whispered, awe in his voice. Sir, we did it. The fleet, they're retreating. Not fully, Rena replied. We must remain vigilant. Humanity survives because we prepare for what comes next. One mistake and we fall. But we do not fall, we endure. We fight, we win. The young scientist spoke softly, voice filled with pride. They underestimated us and paid the price. Rena's eyes hardened. And they will continue to learn. Humanity is relentless. We do not surrender. We do not yield. And when the time comes, we strike again with everything we have. The Empire's ships retreated, battered and broken. Stars glimmered over Earth, silent witnesses to the final strike. The decoy fleet returned, the cloaked drones regrouped, and the hidden weapon waited. Ready for any future attack, the young pilot leaned back, exhaustion mixed with exhilaration. Sir, we've survived everything. Humanity, we're stronger than they imagined. Rena smiled faintly, a mixture of relief and determination. Yes, humanity survives because we are clever, because we act as one, and because we never give up. They will remember this day, and the galaxy will never underestimate us again. Lieutenant Caro added softly, "Sir, Earth is safe." "For now," Rena nodded. "For now. But humanity's journey is far from over. Every victory teaches, every battle strengthens. We endure because we fight. We survive because we will not break. Let the galaxy see our resolve. And never forget." Outside the command center, stars shone quietly over the planet below. Humanity had survived the final showdown, proving its courage, strategy, and unyielding spirit. The Empire had learned a hard lesson. A species it had once dismissed as primitive was not only strong but unstoppable when united. Determined and relentless, Rena looked at the glowing planet below, voice calm but full of fire. "This is our home. This is humanity's legacy, and as long as we stand, we survive, we endure, we fight, and we will never surrender." In the silent darkness of space, the galaxy had witnessed a new power humanity. Not by sheer numbers, not by alien technology, but by courage, strategy, and an unbreakable spirit. And though battles would come again, one truth remained eternal. Humans do not bow, humans do not yield, and humans endure. Until the very end.